I've been abroad, and I have just come in very early morning today. And when I came in, the first thing that I did is to visit the families of those who have been affected by the recent terrorist attack that hit within Mwembe Tayari, which is within Mvita Constituency. And I have said this before, and I've been in touch with the leader of minority and requested him as our leader in Parliament to be able to recall Parliament. Parliament needs to be recalled in, and we need to start showing and proving by ensuring that leadership is shown how we can be able to do it. This House has been recalled for very minor incidents, like when we wanted to withdraw from the ICC and the Rome Statute, and the House had to be recalled from recess, and we even went ahead and went to levels of even voting on that particular day. There is nothing that is more important than the safety and the security and the livelihood of Kenyans right now. So Parliament needs to be recalled immediately. I've already written to Honorable Nyenze, and I've requested him to request the Speaker to be able to recall Parliament so we can be able to come up. The government has been coming up, and they have merely been talking about initiatives like Nyumba Kumi, whereby the on-ground has already been there, but there's no legislative agenda. There's no laws to say how these things are going to work. We need to come up with laws that will ensure that every passenger who is about to board a bus is identified, so we can know who left at what point and is traveling up to which other destination. We need to come up with laws. We need to ensure things like the CCTV cameras. The finance ministry has to be committed immediately to ensure that we put up these CCTV cameras in each and every corner where we know. This includes, I had said this before, it includes schools, churches, bridges, ferries, the places of transport, so that we can at least be seen to start doing something. And what is unfortunate, it is so unfortunate when you go out and you visit people who have lost their loved ones, and then they have to mourn twice. The first mourning is the loss of a loved one, and then the second one is when their loved ones are now accused of being terrorists. It is such a big shame. You know, it is such a shame. And I mean, they say that two of those who were killed were from were arrested in Masjid Musa. By coming up with a statement like that is nothing else but two things are being done. A, to divert issues from the real source and problem, so that people feel that, you know, those who have died are the enemies. And in actual fact, the truth of the matter is that the enemy is still at large out there. And the second thing to come out of this is nothing else but you're bringing in division. When you start saying that those who were killed there were people who were found in Masjid Musa, as a matter of fact, I do not know. I do not understand who advises levels of up to the Deputy President making a statement like this. I do not know who advises him. But I have with me the charge sheet. I have with me the full list of those who were arrested. And I'm putting my job at stake. In the event that they prove to me that any of those two who were killed were actually in that mosque, I'm willing to resign and say that I'm not doing my job because I do not know my constituents. Because I know these two people, I know them and their families on a personal level. Now, if at all they were there, I'm willing, and I'm saying this, that I will resign. But in the event that the Deputy President has been misguided and is wrong in this particular matter, as the government has been wrong in many other matters concerning security in this country, then let they also be the one to come up and say they're resigning and they're sorry, and apologize to the victims, Because every single person, I mean, people are mourning. We are in this together as a country, as one. Do not try and divide us based on religious hatred. There's no difference between when a government comes up and they give a statement like this. What is the difference between them and all those others out there in the social media, in the various places of conversation, including, I've heard this in FM stations as well. What is the difference between what the government is saying and others who actually say that this is a government's doing? Now, as much as we are of the belief that the government is not behind this, but I'm asking this again, what is the difference when the government comes up with speculation that are baseless, that are unwanted, unwarranted, that have no foundation whatsoever? What is the difference between them being rumor mongers, being people who are out to spread and bring in malice and hate amongst communities? What is the difference between them and those who are out there saying that this is the job of the government? No, people need to wake up. This is not the time to start saying that this you know, and put and show lamenting fingers at each other. But we need to provide leadership. Millions of Kenyans right now are trembling at the thought that, you know, you wake up in the morning, you do not know whether it's you or your loved one who's going to go. And we have to comprehend with this kind of livelihood every single day. Why? You name me. I wish to be told which legislation has been brought into Parliament to assist in this fight against terror, to assist in this fight against issues to do with terrorism and security in general. If I had it my way, and I was direct family to those who were involved, I'd be suing someone in government right now. I do not know who advises them on, do they realize that they're leading human beings? People who feel, people who bleed, people who tear. Are we animals that, you know, just because you're of a certain type and creed, you know, you can just wake up and be told off? And I'm repeating this. If the government can be able to prove by any means that these people were in Masjid Musa and they were arrested on the raid of Masjid Musa, I will resign, because I would have proved that I do not know my job. But they need to even resign and apologize, not only to the family but to Kenyans, by actually coming up with statements that can bring in division. And instead of concentrating what is inside, internally, this country bleeds from within. Instead of concentrating by what is inside the country, by trying to put a cap on the insecurity in the country, we are busy talking about ensuring that we're going to send more troops and go and ensure that, you know, we're chest thumping, that we're going to go into Somalia, we're going to do this. Try and sort the mess internally first before you go and sort someone else's. Unless there's something bigger in this war that we do not see. This war has cost us taxpayers' money. This war has cost us blood and sweat of Kenyans. And we need to make sure that Parliament is recalled. I am hoping that the Leader of Minority, because the standing orders of Parliament, I have to use the Leader of Minority to send my request that Parliament has to be reopened, and I hope that the Speaker's office will accept into this. Mimi kitu ambacho kwamba ningetaka na ningesema serikali kwa jumla, ikiwa wana ushahidi wowote ya kwa wale waliofariki waliwahi kukamatwa katika mkasa wa Masjid Musa, basi mimi niko tayari kama Abdulswamad Sharif Nasir nitajiuzulu, kwa sababu nitakuwa nimeonyesha wazi ya kwa sijui watu ambao kwamba nawaongoza, sijui kinachoendelea katika maeneo yangu. Kwa hivyo mimi kama Abdulswamad Sharif Nasir nitajiuzulu. Lakini na wao wasipoweza kuthibitisha ya kwa walioshikwa walikuwa katika msikiti wa Musa, basi na wao kwanza waombe msamaha kwa Wakenya na familia ya wale ambao kwamba waliweza kuathirika, waombe msamaha kwa Wakenya kwa sababu wametia chuki na hima kati ya sisi ambao kwamba ni jamii tumeweza kuishi kwa pamoja, na baada hapo wao pia waseme wameshindwa na kazi, warejee manyumbani. Mimi nitaenda kwetu, nitatafuta kidao niende nikavue, wao katafute mbuzi waende wakalishe.